If you're in California right now, thinking about moving to Chicago, you're probably picturing two things: freezing, brutal winters, and giving up the ocean forever. I've helped a lot of California families make this exact move, and I'm telling you, you're wrong about both. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through what it's actually like to move here from California. The good, the surprising, and a couple of things that nobody talks about. And by the end, you'll know if this is the right move for you. If we haven't met, I'm Dee. I lived in Chicago for 27 years. I've raised my family here, and I've spent the last 24 years helping people buy and sell homes all over this city. And a lot of these people actually moved here from California. So I've watched this exact move play out over and over. And I know where people light up and where they get tripped up. So let's start with the one that you already suspect. Your money goes much further here that it's almost funny. That income that barely got your cramped one bedroom in California, an hour away from everything, here that same money gets you a real 2 or 3 bedroom with a parking spot, actual closets, laundry inside your unit, and a kitchen that you actually want to cook in. The first time California clients walk into what their budget gets them here, there's a little pause, like they're waiting for the catch. But cheaper doesn't mean always easy. Chicago is super competitive, especially on the north side. The good homes get multiple offers and they go fast. The difference is that in California, you were probably priced out before you even started. And here, you're actually in the game. You just have to show up ready. And here's a money one that nobody sees coming, and that is your income state tax. Your federal taxes and your Social Security are the same no matter which state you live in. But the state part, California state income tax is one of the highest in the country, up over 13% at the top. Illinois is the flat state rate, right around 5%, no matter what you earn. So a lot of my higher earning California clients feel that difference right away. That's real money that just stays in your pocket now. Now, I'll be fair, the trade is that our property taxes run higher, and I break that whole thing down in a separate video. And here's the first thing that really surprises people. In California, everything is a drive. Coffee is a drive, the gym is a drive, dinner is a drive, and traffic is just baked into your whole day. Here, you pick the right neighborhood and walk out of your front door and everything is literally there. Your coffee spot, your favorite restaurant, the train, the grocery store, even the lake. A lot of my California clients sell their car, or at least one of their cars, after they move in. They realize that they're just not using it, and the train, which we call L, goes almost everywhere. On the north side, you're mostly on the brown line or the red line, and both run you straight downtown. Out west, Wicker Park, Logan Square, West Loop, you have a blue line that takes you straight to O'Hare, the airport. Now, if you do keep a car, parking is a real thing here. A lot of neighborhoods are permit only, and street cleaning will get you a ticket if you're not paying attention. And in the winter, you'll see lawn chairs and ironing boards sitting in the shoveled out parking spots on the streets. That's called dibs. If you dig your car out of a big snow, that spot is yours and everybody respects it. Move somebody's chair and take their spot, and let's just say you will regret it. I know that sounds crazy, but after just one winter here, you will get it, trust me. Okay, here's one that catches Californians completely off guard, and it's my favorite: the people. In California, especially in the big metros, people can be a little in their own world, friendly, but at a distance. Here, people actually talk to you. People talk to you everywhere. On the train, in a grocery store, in a line for coffee, at a dog park. Your neighbors will actually knock on your door and introduce themselves, and maybe even give you cookies. It's the Midwest thing. People are warm, they're down to earth, and they make it really easy to build a life here. I've had clients tell me that they made more real friends in their first 6 months in Chicago than in years in California. Now, the big fear: leaving the ocean. If you grew up on the West Coast, water is definitely a part of your DNA and who you are. And moving to the Midwest can feel like you're moving to some kind of a landlocked desert. When I tell people about a lake, suppose they picture a little muddy pond. Lake Michigan does not look or feel anything like a lake. It really feels like the ocean. I've been living here for 27 years, and it still takes my breath away every single time I drive past it, and I literally drive past it every day. I just love how it changes colors. Sometimes it's deep blue, some days gray and moody, some mornings it's literally flat like a glass and you cannot see across it. You get waves, you get beaches, a wide open horizon, and no sharks, no jellyfish, nothing trying to eat you. And here's the best part. Every single beach in Chicago is public. There's no paying to get on the sand here. Beach volleyball all summer. Dog beaches where your pups run straight into the water, off leash, little restaurants right on the sand. You can paddleboard, sail. You can even kayak the river downtown with skyline right on top of you. And there's an 18-mile trail running along the lake where people run, bike, and walk their dogs every day of the year. Is it a Pacific? No. That you are not giving up the water. You're not giving up the beach or being outside. You're just trading one kind for another. And this one can be right outside of your door, depending on you land in Chicago. Now, let's talk about the winter, because I know it's sitting in the back of your mind. Yes, it definitely gets cold. January and February are the real winter months, but winters have gotten much milder over the last 10-15 years, and those old dig your car out of the 3-day storm days are definitely gone. We just don't get hammered like that anymore. Here's my advice. Invest into a great coat and a solid pair of boots, and if you're near the lake, be sure to grab a good hat and gloves too, because here it's not really just the temperature that gets you, it's the wind. The wind chill is real and it makes it so much colder, especially if you're by the lake or downtown. So you gear up right and it's absolutely manageable. Millions of us do it in Chicago and you will adjust faster than you think. You get 4 real seasons. You get fall with the trees turning and sweater weather and the whole city is just glowing. And then you get a payoff, a Chicago summer, which is unmatched, and I literally mean that. There's a street festival almost every single weekend, all spring, summer, and fall. There are music festivals, food festivals, rooftops, patios everywhere. You have boats on the lake. Somebody once called summer here a big fat recess after work, and that's exactly it. The whole city comes outside and celebrates like it earned it. In California, it's beautiful every day, and after a while, it all kind of blends together. Here, you feel the year change, and you look forward to those seasons. And that summer hits so much harder because you waited for it so long. Now, if you're coming from California, you know good food. So let me set your mind at ease. Chicago is one of the best food cities in the country, and your dollar goes much further here. Yeah, you got a deep dish and the Chicago hot dog, you know, the tourist stuff, that's fine, but that's not what's going to get you. It's the neighborhood. You can get some of the best Southeast Asian food in the country on one street, incredible Mexican food a few miles away, old school Italian, Korean barbecue, a world-class sushi, and a lot of it in unassuming little spots that have been family run for decades. And a dinner that would run you a fortune in LA or San Francisco is a fraction of that here. So you're definitely not downgrading your food life. If anything, you're about to eat better for less. So a real question, out of the whole city, where do you actually belong? Chicago has 77 official neighborhoods, plus a ton of little pockets inside of them. It's a lot. And figuring out where you fit is literally what I do every day. You need to think about, do you want downtown? Do you love high-rise living? Would you like to have amenity building? Or you want that walk to the office energy? Or do you want that real neighborhood, tree-lined street feel, a little more room, still close to everything? These are 2 totally different lives. Now, before you fall in love with a place, Chicago has a few money surprises that catch Californians completely off guard. Your property tax bill can come in way higher than a listing says. A condo can hit you with a surprise assessment out of nowhere. And the whole buying process here works differently than the escrow system that you're used to. I'm not gonna cram all of that in here because it deserves its own video and I already made one. It's called A Hidden Cost of Buying in Chicago. And if you're actually going to buy here, I highly recommend you watch it. I'll link it right up here. For right now, just remember one thing. Never judge a Chicago home by the sticker price alone. And last thing, Do not pick your neighborhood from 1,000 miles away of some generic top 10 article. I see it constantly. Someone falls in love with the idea of a neighborhood, buys without even setting foot on the block, and then finds out it's nothing like they pictured. Chicago changes block by block. I'm sure you heard that. So walk the blocks if you can. That is the difference between loving where you land and kicking yourself a year later. So if you're making this move from California, whether you can get here in person or not, reach out. This is exactly what I do. I'll walk you through the whole thing and help you skip the stuff that trips people up. Call, text, email me. My info is on the screen and in the description. I'm Dee Savage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.